Alright, so this is your monk. We're gonna just go over all of the features and traits really quick. If you have any other questions, you could reach out to me and I could answer them. So we're gonna go over features and traits here. So as a martial artist, you aren't required, or you don't need armor or weapons. You could have your bow staff if you'd like. Your damage is always going to be 1d10, and then you attack with your dex modifier as opposed to strength like others. Let's see, you have what's called focus points. This is the crux of the monk class. You have 15 to spend at level 15. These are used to enhance your already like pretty good abilities. Here are the main three that you would get. Flurry of Blows. You could spend one to use as your bonus action. Just to recap, every turn you get an action, bonus action, and movement. And then once a round you get a reaction, which doesn't have to be on your turn. But so you could use one focus point, get 2 extra strikes as a bonus action. Patient Defense, you could use one to take the disengage, which means you could run without getting hit from whoever you're running from. And then Dodge gives a disadvantage on attacks against you. Step of the Wind lets you take the dash action as a bonus action, which would usually be an action that lets you just move your full speed again, which is insane because you have the speed of 55, so you could really get around. And your jump distance is doubled. So without the focus point, you could just do this. And then with the focus point, you get disengage and dash, and your jump distance is doubled. So you could really fly around the map. You have your 15 focus points, so you would, as you use them, you do that to get them back. Let's see. Once per long rest, when you roll for initiative, you could pretty much get all of your hit points, your focus points back. So you could just proc that and you get all your focus points back there. You have deflect attacks, which down the line we'll see, which includes any type of damage. And so as level 15, this is for any type of damage. And so you would roll 1d10. So if I like throw an attack at you, and I say like I try to like hit you for like 15, and you roll a 1, 1 plus 19 is 20. So you reduced all that damage. You could then spend a focus point to redirect it. Has to be within 5 feet, and that is if the attack was ranged. 5 feet for a melee attack, 60 feet for a ranged attack. On their saving throw, then you get to give a ton of damage right back at them. Let's see. When you hit somebody with your Flurry of Blows ability, you could either addle them, which means they can't take opportunity attacks. So if you have like one of your squishy friends that needs to get away, you could hit them to addle them, and then like a spellcaster could leave without worried about getting hit. You could push, which could be good for like ledges and things, or just to get someone out of the space. Topple, knock them prone, then everybody else around will get advantage, including yourself. When you could take a reaction to reduce fall damage by 75, which is insane. I think it's like a D6 or a D8 for every 5 feet past like 10 feet. And so you could really just again move around as much as you want. You now get extra attack, so when you take your attack action, you get to attack twice, and then with your Flurry of Blows you can hit a bunch more times. Stunning Strike is a killer feature. You could spend a focus point to make them roll to save this, and pretty much stunning means they can't take any like actions or reactions for a full round. And you still, even if they save against you, the speed is still half, so it's really good at like just slowing people down in general. So Empowered Strikes is good because if something is like resistant are immune to like piercing, slashing, bludgeoning, you can make it force damage, which not a ton of creatures have resistances or immunity to force, and so this just gets past a bunch of defenses. This is a self-heal, Wholeness of Body. This is as a bonus action. Could heal yourself 1d10 plus 3 HP, and you have 3 of these to use. So even like in between combat, if you don't want to use your like hit die to heal on a short rest, you could just use this. It's probably better to use this in combat if you feel like you're getting a little low, to make sure you keep yourself up. Evasion, if you have to make a dex saving throw from like a spell like Fireball, you would take half the damage that anyone else would, which means if you succeed in your dex saving throw, you take no damage, which is insane. You just have this. Oh, you're gonna be so hard to kill. A lot of this other stuff I'm skipping is stuff that's already factored into everything else. I'm just going through things that will help you during your turn of play. Alright, your Flurry of Blows have been upgraded, or all your focus point abilities have been upgraded. So your Flurry of Blows is now 3 strikes instead of 2. Patient Defense. You get some temporary HP. 2d10, golly. And so that's in addition to what it was before. Step of the Wind. You could move that creature with you, so it's good about either getting someone out of a tight spot or putting somebody, like a dangerous friend, into a spot, so they could wreak some havoc. Let's see, all of these are still bonus actions. You could clear yourself of different conditions. So like if you are charmed, frightened, or poisoned, you can then just say, no, I'm not, at the end of your turn. So you're still affected during that turn, but at the end of your turn, instead of needing to roll like other people would to try to escape that, you could just disregard it. So you pretty much here get 2 Step of the Winds when you use Step of the Wind, so that you really fly. Oh my gosh. Wow. Good to know. This is the deflect energy I was talking about before. You have proficiency in all saving throws. You know, it's good that you have like compared to everybody else, not a ton of hit points, because you're just gonna be so hard to hit. And you start every battle with at least 4 focus points. So even if you burn all of them in one battle, you then and you go into another battle, you start with 4. But you could always bump it up when you have your Uncanny Metabolism. You could just reset it once per the long rest. And then we just have our actions here. So you'd be primarily attacking with your quarterstaff or unarmed strike. They do the same damage, and you can make it force damage. Let's see. And then everything here is more or less just what we went over, just in a different order, and just organize it a little differently. So this is just where you could use your focus points. Just the different abilities here. So you have, under actions and features and traits is all the same. Just organized a little differently. They all keep across the board. Oh, so this is something from, I think that's just your dwarven ability. Alright, look into what Tremor senses. That's pretty much just sensing if anything is moving on or in the ground. So it's good to like keep an eye out for like burrowing creatures or really heavy-footed things around. Let's see. Going over wholeness of body. Here's your deflect attacks. And then you redirect attack to send the damage somewhere else. Alright, that's more or less it. So I think you have a really good kit here. It's going to be really hard to get you down. And oh yeah, so you have like, if you want to split it up, you can see like what's a bonus action. What do you have as reactions? Limitedly, so you could look through them like that. Oh, your spells. You got from so guidance could help your people around message, so you could talk to people in their heads. And then this is a decent, so you get this once. So if you're fighting a certain type of creature, you could give somebody protection against them. So it's a really good kit. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, so this is gonna be a fun time. We're all so busted. Broken builds, love it. But yeah, so thank you, and I look forward to playing.